Good morning, Robert Stritzinger here. I've heard a couple statistics recently that I wanted to share with you. One of them was that in April, more people quit their jobs than lost their jobs. And another statistic, which I've heard off and on for a long time, is that 80% of Americans are unhappy with the situation they have at work. They're unhappy with their job that they have at work. And when you put those two statistics together, it kind of makes you think, doesn't it? I was in a nightmare of a job just about a year and a half ago. That reminds me of a nightmare that I had one time. This nightmare was this nightmare was I was in a doctor's waiting room, and I was sitting in the doctor's waiting room. And if you've ever been in a doctor's waiting room, you know how exciting that can be. I don't have a smartphone, so I can't play games in the doctor's waiting room. And I always feel a little uncomfortable because I know, most people sitting in the doctor's waiting room are probably sick. But anyways, I was sitting in the doctor's waiting room, and there wasn't even anyone else in there, and there wasn't even any good magazines to read. They just had like some women's magazines and like People magazine. And the music that was coming through in the waiting room was Kenny G. And I don't know if you've ever heard Kenny G's music, but it drives me crazy. I can't listen to it. It's just so boring. It's just so, you know, yeah, I just can't. Anyways, Kenny G was playing, and I was waiting in the doctor's room, and I was waiting, and it just kept playing on, and I was waiting and waiting, and the music just kept playing, and it was driving me crazy. It was just driving me crazy, and I'm I'm thinking, well, maybe I'll just go step out in the hall, and so I won't have to listen to the music. And then I was thinking, well, I don't want to I can't miss my appointment. I might miss it. And I was just sitting there uh, going crazy because Kenny G kept going on and on and on, the same song, the same, it was boring. And anyways, I finally, I thought, well, maybe I'll just fall asleep. I can just fall asleep, and I won't have to worry about it, and I won't hear it. And then I realized as I was trying to fall asleep that maybe I was already sleeping and I was actually in a dream. So then I thought, well, maybe I should try to wake up. And then I didn't know what I was supposed to do, if I should wake up or fall asleep. And that was my nightmare. That was the worst nightmare I've ever had since I was a little kid. And I dreamed that there was how you have those big picture windows in your house. I was a little kid, and I had a dream that there was a clown with his face up against the picture window staring in at me. Those were the two worst nightmares of my whole life. Anyways, yeah, I mean, if you are someone who is in a job that is a nightmare, think about making a decision, because that's all I did when I was in my nightmare job. I just made a decision that I was going to get out of it and get into something else. And holy smokes, that decision led to just a whole domino effect of things that happened that have led me to where I'm at now. And I am living on Lake Michigan. I am, uh, you know, we're, I'm an internet marketer. I'm living on Lake Michigan, and all these things are happening that are amazing. It's just amazing. Anyways, I can go into the whole thing some other time in another video, but I just wanted to tell you about that nightmare that I had. And if you want to find out more about how I am making money by blogging and making videos like this, just click down below there, and uh, check out that information. Also, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel here so you can get some more of these videos, because I'm in a 90-day video challenge. I kind of lost track. I think I'm around day 38 right now. I think this is 38. So check it out, subscribe, check that out, and I'll see you on the next video, okay?